is compare what your salah looks like in the masjid, when there's a bunch of people in the congregation, versus your salah at home when the only person that can see you is Allah. When you're at the masjid, do you tend to read the longer surahs? Do you tend to pray the sunnah and then stay and do the adhkar after? And when you're at home, do you do the same? Or when you're at home, is it Qul Huwallahu Ahad and then you're done, and then you don't even pray sunnah, and you don't even do adhkar, and then you move on to the next thing, right? And I'm sure if we were to think within ourselves, the answer to those two questions, at least for myself, is probably different. That when I'm outside, I'm acting a certain way, yet when I'm inside, I'm not the same. My worship in the eyes of people is not the same as my worship when it's only Allah who's watching me. And the question is, why does it matter who's watching when Allah was watching in both? Why does it matter who else is around you when Allah was always around you? And there's a very scary Hadith Qudsi that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about. And He says, عَبْدِي لِمَ جَعَلْتَنِي أَهْوَنَ النَّاظِرِينَ إِلَيْكَ. He says, my slave, why did you make me the least of your worries? Why did you not care about the fact that I was watching you? He says, أَسْتَحْيَيْتَ مِنْ خَلْقِي وَلَمْ تَسْتَحْيِ مِنِّي. He says, you were embarrassed in front of my creation, but you were not embarrassed in front of me, the Creator. You were scared that people at the masjid would think you were bad, so you prayed your sunnah and you sallied longer. Yet when you went at home and I was the only one who watched you, you didn't care. You weren't embarrassed that you read Surah Al-Ikhlas and that's it. You weren't embarrassed that you didn't pray your sunnah. You weren't embarrassed that you didn't do your adhkar. Why don't you remember that I was watching you, and I was always watching you, and I am always watching you?